Do you call them taters, tatas, or titties?
What are we even referring to?
Tater tots! Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
I was just looking at this cardboard box we have here
Again.
And satisfaction was met because Jason had the great idea of... Because we record this on, like, GarageBand, and so it always defaults to...
Beats.
Yeah, it like 4/4 C major, that kind of thing, because normally I work with a MIDI keyboard, and it's, like, telling me the chords I'm playing and whatever. Like, I can figure them out anyway, but it's pretty convenient to just look at it and have it tell you that you're playing A major 7. But he had the brilliant idea of changing it to actual, like, seconds and time. So, like, right now, we're approaching the 40-second mark. And, like, we didn't know that before.
Yeah, whereas before it'd be like, oh, we're at the 13 beat mark.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Because I can't, like, I don't have that conversion factor.
Yeah.
That's why that last episode was so long.
Yeah, 27 minutes. Don't expect that all the time.
Yeah.
That was an accident.
That was by accident, because that's normally, if we knew the time, then we would have not had it be 27 minutes. We've had it been, like, 2, like, 15-minute episodes.
Yeah.
But...
And we wouldn't have to record this one.
And we wouldn't have to record this one.
But it's fine, because I love this show.
Exactly. So... Okay, thanks, Tim. So we decided to change it to actual time before we started the episode. And
that was all you, bro. That wasn't me.
It's fine.
You're the genius behind this.
I'll take it. So, kind of still on the same theme as last few episodes. Yeah. Hope you guys are cool with that. But, like, it doesn't matter because it's our show.
I don't care. I really don't. So, all I care about is that balsamic vinaigrette that I'm seeing over there from Ken's.
You know what? I do see it. I know it. Because before we ever started recording the whole series, you promised me you would bring that up. And you did not let me down. That is satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah,
that's
and commitment right there.
Exactly.
And integrity. Just because I'm saying it.
These are all words on the box. As you remember from the first episode, I'm sure, if you care to listen to all
20 years from now, we're going to post a picture of this box.
Yeah, exactly 20 years.
Never before.
But we're never gonna post it. So,
if you want me to, tweet at me at Tombstone Music with an X.
Yeah. Okay. So
I have a great Twitter story for when you're done.
I'm not going to be done until the end of the episode.
Do you want me to tell it really quick?
Sure.
So basically, I'm collaborating on music with this guy called Finley Orstrom. Check him out. But basically, he is the boyfriend of Megan Hughes, who's this YouTuber that Chloe's really into. And she put up this thing, and he did too, where it was like, message me if you want to collaborate on music. And so I messaged him, and so I've been sending him like lyrics and chords and whatever to unfinished songs that I have.
That's awesome.
And he lives in Oregon, so it's like a weird time difference. Yeah, I know. It's going to be cool.
Going.
Yeah, Oregon. My great-granddad, Frank, lives there, too. He's awesome. Shout out to Frank.
Shout out to Frank.
Frankly. I've been saying frankly so much, side note. But, so Megan Hughes was on Twitter, and Finley was having trouble with his bank. Like, they were just giving him shit or whatever. And so I tweeted at her. Mind you, I have like 8 followers. And I tweeted at her, like, hey, I'm collaborating with Finley, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry for what's going on with him. If you could tell him that, just because I know he's busy right now. So, yeah. And so she tweeted back at me. Like, this woman with, like, 200,000 followers was like, hey, thanks for, like, the sentiment. And, like, I'm psyched to hear what you guys come up with. And it was just, like, an awesome moment. And,
That's
like,
really nice.
I sent a picture to Chloe, and she, like, freaked out. And we were freaking out because it was, like, damn.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I like the small yet still like big enough type creators, YouTubers. You know.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Because it's like they have time to like respond to a couple people.
Yeah.
Every now and then, or like a little bit more than that, depending on like their schedule. But they're also like famous enough where it's like you get hyped. You're like, oh my god, like they actually did that.
Yeah,
like, that's
it was
super
awesome.
Cool. That would be the type of thing like. I actually don't have any good examples because all the people that like I watch or listen to are like very famous with like millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Well, I mean, like, what about one of those bands that you love that I have like never heard of? You know?
Oh, for example, for Our Last Night, my favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have over 1 million subs, which is super hype because they didn't get that until recently, which they totally deserve. It's fine. GarageBand just messed up, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
We know that it's recording.
Yeah. We can still see the timer.
Exactly, and that's what matters. Our Last Night is one of my favorite bands. Not many people listening are probably the type of people that will listen to them.
Yeah.
Because they are I guess how you say, a punk / screamo band.
Yeah.
But they're not, like, okay, like, it's not really
like,
that. It's really not that, like, as bad as it sounds or, like,
Yeah.
as stereotypical. And, like, their music is, like, friggin' awesome. And
Yeah.
it's very, like, well put together. Like, I truly do believe that they are some of the best musicians I've ever, like, heard of.
Really? That's
like,
awesome.
They are very, very talented.
That's sick.
And, like, they do a couple covers, or a lot of covers of, like, really popular songs, and every single one, no matter how much I like that actual normal song, I like their cover more. And it's
Really?
not just because it's in my style of like, music. It's just genuinely better. Like, they do better vocals, they do better, like, melodies and whatnot.
That's awesome.
It's really well done, I gotta say.
Excuse that voice crack.
It's all good. So, like, if they, like, messaged me back, I'd be really hyped. But, like, not a ton of people. Like, I know one person who knows them, let alone likes them, and that's the guy from work that we work with. So
the guy with the cool jewelry. If you're watching these in succession, which nobody will be.
Yeah, probably no one will be, but it's fine. So yeah, that would be.
How about you guys show some love and watch our stuff?
Or like listen.
Ugh.
I know we don't have like a lot of content for you, but it's fine. I hope you don't mind.
This is the 5th episode, man. That's more than 4.
That is correct. So, anyways, in the same vein as the last few episodes, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, go for it. I'm ready for some knowledge.
I'm going to hit you up with some funny knowledge if I can.
Yeah.
So, I'm a big nerd. That's fine. It's great. I really do appreciate my nerd culture.
Have you heard the band Nerd?
I have.
That song Lemon with Rihanna?
Yes.
I love Rihanna. Happy birthday, Rihanna.
It's her birthday?
Yeah.
Today?
It was either it was
recently.
some point in like the last 3 days. But I'm pretty sure it's
awesome.
today.
Happy birthday to
and
her.
I love Rihanna.
That is true.
I love
He
Rihanna.
does. That is a fact.
She's from Barbados. Shout out Barbados.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she has a street named after her, man. That's how cool she is.
That's what you were telling me. Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But happy birthday, Rihanna.
Yeah. So, the Marvel Universe is immense. It is large and huge.
And in charge of the comic book movie scene.
Exactly. Basically, the problem with the Marvel Universe is that it's super convoluted. I'm talking like none of that makes sense. Me and my other friend, Logan, we have a running joke where literally we say anything, like any noun, and we're like, that's the most powerful being in the Marvel Universe. I'm talking like my toaster. Because that's how frickin' like it's everyone who's ever written for Marvel, anyone who's ever written a superhero wants them to be the most powerful superhero. Like why would you not give yourself like extraordinary powers? Because like you can. You're
Hello,
the writer.
I am average man.
Yeah, like that'd be so dumb to be like
I can lift anything under 80 pounds and I can run a 5-minute mile.
I mean that's pretty good. That's higher than average.
Yeah, but I mean like
if you can run like
for everybody in the
world,
a
7-minute average.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of fat people.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Dude, true.
Like even in our town. But so basically
love to fat people though. It's not bad to be fat. It's like
it's just you're not going to be running a 5-minute mile necessarily. Like I'm sorry. It's
some of
like,
you will, and that's amazing.
Yeah, that's very impressive. I'm just going to be honest. Anyways, so I digress. Marvel, huge universe, super convoluted because every writer wants their hero to be the best because like that's the point. So at some point,
what is a superhero if not super and a hero?
Exactly. So basically, I'll just shout out a few mentions of like the stupid people
that
are ridiculously powerful. Actually, only one comes to mind: Molecule Man. This guy.
You told me about him before. I like him.
I have told many people. Oh my god, this guy is frickin' stupid. I'm talking. Okay, so guess what his powers are? He has the power to manipulate. And like he has energy and matter conversion. which means that he can take any form of energy and or any form of matter and just turn it into any other form of energy or matter. It doesn't matter. Ha. He like doesn't care. Like it's just like done. Like just with a thought, with a literal thought, it just happens. He at one point he turns Oh, hold on, I'll get to that. He can do anything. He can turn a toaster into a T-Rex,
into a superhero.
Yeah, he just dictates the world. Like it is ridiculous. And the only like restrictions that he has is that he can't affect organic based materials, so like carbon based things.
Wasn't that only because he thought he couldn't? Isn't that the thing you told me about?
It's literally just the only reason he has that restriction is because he just like didn't think he could affect them. He was like, that's probably like a thing. I don't know why he would think that, but that was his thought process. Once he realized, oh wait, yeah, I can. He just could then.
Shit off limits.
Exactly.
Fight the power.
Nothing was off limits. And he turned Captain America into a chicken at one point. And it was just like, whatever. And there's two problems. One, it is written on the Marvel page for his character that, verbatim, at one point, his powers became less about energy and matter conversion and more simple wish fulfillment. Which means he's God. Like, he is the god of whatever. And I'm not talking Thor. I'm not talking, like, other gods, like Loki or, like, Urshi or whatever the heck from, like, the paganism. I'm talking, like, he is, like, the reigning supreme being ever. And it's stupid as hell, because he's a ridiculous kind of character. And it's just so stupid and so dumb. And I just don't appreciate it, honestly. Because, like, yeah, I get it. Like, everyone wants to be, like, super powerful. But this guy...
can't beat him.
He just literally can't beat him. He can do anything he wants. And his powers have no restrictions because he has to be cognizant of changing it. Like, it's not like, oh, if you knock him out or kill him, like, anything that he's affected, like, switches back. No. He has to consciously and, like, intentionally... Make the decision to change it. Because once it's changed, it is that thing then. So he could just, like, honestly, if I could have his powers, that'd be great, because it's ridiculous and, like, overpowered as hell. But, like, he could literally just hold his hand up, or he doesn't even have to. He could just take energy from the sun, or just, like, from the molecules around him, and just turn it into, like, clean water and food for everyone, and, like, shelter, or just, like, walk into an open field and just, like, have a house. Like, just get rid of, like, the grass in that little area, boom, house, because he can. He can just turn direct sunlight into anything he wants, and it's frickin' stupid. It is dumb.
I love it, though.
It is pretty great.
It's stupid not because it's a dumb idea, but because of how insane it is.
Yeah, of how, like, ridiculously, like, powerful it is.
Yeah.
Because, like, everyone should have, like, the best way to, like, create a character is to break them.
Yeah.
Because, like, you have to see what they're made of, you know what I mean? But if you can't break them, then they're just stupid. Like, this is the point, is, like, the reason that you like certain superheroes is because they don't always win.
Yeah.
Because
they have faced challenges.
Yeah, like, if it's not a challenge, like, if you, this is something I truly believe, if you don't have a hard time doing something, you're not going to have fun doing it, necessarily.
Yeah.
I'm talking, like, video games and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're just blasting...
That's why I like music, because it's, like, one of the things that does not come easily to me.
Exactly.
And so, like,
it's
fun.
For it, because like, you feel accomplished. Like, that's a big thing for me. Is like, I want to feel like I'm actually doing something with my time. And that's
I get that.
Whenever I play a video game, I just immediately go to, like, the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not, like, struggling, like, face turning red kind of rage, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Because
which is why this podcast is bullshit and why I hate it, because it's easy and I love it.
Yeah, I love it more than a lot of things. No. But, like...
one of my favorite parts of the week, which is why it's the worst.
Clearly. But, like, I always just immediately go to the hardest difficulty, because otherwise, like, if it's not a challenge for me, then, like, I don't want to be necessarily wasting my time doing it.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, like, because it's not, in the end of it, it's not fun. Like, if that's why, like, a lot of times I struggle with, like, the choice to, like, cheat in some video games. I usually do, but it's like...
but it takes you a minute to think about it.
It takes me a minute to think about it, because I have to weigh out, like, whether it's actually worth it, or if I can get it justifiably.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's like, oh, I have to go spend like 7 hours doing some stupid monotonous bullcrap. No,
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'm just gonna like give myself the money if I can. Like whatever. Like Sims. I'm just gonna use the mother lode. That's not a video game I play often, but that's the best universal.
I've never played Sims.
Basically, like you can just give yourself money, and then like that's what I'll do. I'll give myself money, make the house, and then I'll struggle with like the kids and try not to kill them. But like, or if it's something like,
dude, never been able to do that.
Dude, I've purposely killed people in Sims because
I've almost actually killed people.
That is true. Actually,
Yeah.
You almost killed 6 children.
No, it was 4 6-year-olds.
4 6-year-olds. Right.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Should I tell a story right now? In the last few minutes of this episode?
Sure.
Okay, so basically, I worked as a camp counselor at the sailing camp I've been going to since I was 8 years old. And
in
so,
Annisquam.
yes, in Annisquam, best place. Not the best program, at least when I was working there. And so, it's sailing day for the under 8s, which is literally they're under 8 years old. And so I get this group of kids. They're all delightful little beans, and they were all wonderful, and they were great kids. And so
they were.
Yeah, they're dead now. And so I talked to my boss, and I'm like, listen, I'm not sure if me being in the boat with these kids is a great idea. And he's like, don't worry, it's not that windy. We're going to be with you. Like, there are going to be like 4 coach boats right near you. Like, it'll be okay. And it was okay. It was just that, like, none of these kids ever want to go sailing in their life ever again. And I feel really bad about that. But it's kind of funny. Because what happened was we were out sailing and everything was fine. Like, the wind was fine. The boat wasn't rocking or whatever. But it come because we were just heading out in a straight line because, you know, it's easy to teach kids sailing by just having them hold the tiller and just being like, point it this way. And they're like, okay. And we were in 420s, which is a class of boat that normally fits 2, like, 18-year-olds. And so it was me as, like, a 16-year-old with, like, a few kids. And, you know, 420s are great boats. What was it we did? Bix out for Harambe, and then we took off the stripe of the B, and it was Dicks out for Harambe on the back of, like, 4 separate boats that we lined up at a regatta our yacht club was hosting. Nice. So, like, everybody knew we were from this place and we were doing this. It was awesome. Nice. But so we go to turnaround, which is basically we were tacking, which means you push the tiller, the boat turns like 90 or like 180 degrees and whatever, the sail flips sides, which can be pretty dangerous depending on the wind, because especially with 420s, because the boom, which is the horizontal part of what, you know, is the structure of the sail, is made of steel. And so that thing, when it whips around at you, will literally knock people out. And so the force of... Because basically what I was doing so that I could keep a better eye on the kids, and this is sort of an excuse, but I basically locked one of the ropes down. The main sheet. For anybody who cares about this story knows a little bit about sailing, so I'm assuming you know what a main sheet is. It's the rope that goes to the big sail. And so I had that cleated, which means that the rope is stopped and it can't move. And so in turning, I had this little girl, because she wanted to turn, and so I was like, okay. And she's like, I've done it before, and so I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's not that hard to turn a boat. And so then I'm like holding it with her and whatever. And so we push it, and the sail starts to swing. I uncleat the thing, but I guess I didn't uncleat it fast enough. Like, it got stuck. And so the wind is pushing the sail in such a way that the sail is angled so that it was staying on like the right side of the boat, but it should have been on the left. So the force of the wind pushing on the sail literally caused the boat to flip over in the water. Like
a full-on capsize.
Yeah, full capsize. And like, I'm a beast, so I just like hopped over to the other side like I do, and like not a drop of water on me. I'm chilling, already getting the boat righted. But these kids are screaming. They are terrified out of their minds. They're so small, they're like hanging off the side of the boat, screaming like, I'm gonna die. Like, I scarred these kids by accident. And so then like, the guys in the coach boats come over and everything's like fine. And actually, this one little girl, Ruby, was such a trooper. She stayed in the boat. Like half of the other kids like got out because they were so scared into the coach boats because they just like couldn't be in there. But she like stayed in there with me and she was just like huddled up and she was just kind of like staring off into the distance. And I was like, "You all right, Ruby?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And I was like,
"I'll be okay."
I love Ruby. She's so amazing. Baby June too. June is the sweetest kid. She would bring Jello for other kids, like
that's
strawberry,
intense.
like pineapple flavored Jello, and just share with kids. She was delightful.
That sounds delicious.
She was such a delightful kid. But yeah, that's the story of me scarring some kids by accident, and yeah. Next time on Under the Desk, we'll talk about something else.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows what it's gonna be?
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know.
All right, thanks for listening, guys.
Have a great Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
But not Sunday.
No,
because you
Sunday.
can't get Chick-fil-A on Sundays.
No,
that's lame.
How else are you gonna have a good day?
Exactly.
Honestly.
Bye.
Go get some waffle fries, everybody.